Hi guys, today we're going to be doing a smoky look with a little bit of glitter and white eyeliner, so if you're interested, just keep on watching and let's get right on into it. I already primed my eyes and I started to do this look and I was like, wait, I should probably video this. So I used NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer to prime my eyes because I just feel like that's the best thing I found to prime my eyes. And I also already used this black milk color in the Kat Von D Chrysalis palette. I put that all over like the base of my eyelid, and I also started with the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette using the Platonic color, which is what I'm using right now, but I'm using the mirror as like where to look to do my makeup. So yeah, we'll just continue with that. I'm just kind of using this as my guideline. And later on we're going to go in with concealer and go over top of that so you can't really, so that won't really be there. My idea for this look is kind of like a cut crease, but I haven't done a cut crease in a while, so we'll see how this turns out. And my eyelids are kind of wrinkly too, so I have like non-copyrighted music playing in the background and I can't really hear it, so I'm turning it up. I went to Ulta yesterday. I only got to get a couple of things that I wanted, but one of the things that I wanted was like a nice eyeshadow type glitter, and it's by Stila. It's the Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow. It's in this like little bottle. It is stunning, you guys. Like, look at that. I'm so excited to use it in this tutorial. Okay, now I'm gonna use my Naked Smoky palette brush and just blend out that black so that it's not so, what's the word? So that it's not so like dramatic or harsh. That's the word I was trying to think of, harsh. Okay, now that that's blended out a little bit, my choker's twisting up. We're gonna take a little bit of more of that Platonic color from the Urban Decay Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette and put it above the line we just created. Just make sure you really blend it out. Really, this makeup look is anything you want to make it, so if you don't want to blend it and you do want it to be harsh, go for it. But I just prefer it not be harsh up there. So we're just gonna keep on blending. And like I said, later on we're gonna go in with concealer and touch up the areas that we don't want eyeshadow to be in. So if you mess up, it's not really gonna matter. We're gonna take the black from this palette, which is called Blackout, right here. And we're gonna use that same brush that we used to apply Platonic and just get a little bit on there. You don't want it to be harsh, like I said. And just touch up this line a little bit. But like I said, if you want to just skip this step, since we're gonna be using concealer, you can do that. I actually really like these non-copyrighted songs. This is looking a little bit rough right now, but I promise it'll get better. So now I'm going to use this Real Techniques detailer brush. This is what it looks like. And I'm going to add concealer, like I said, to the areas that I don't want makeup in. So yeah, like right here. And we'll smooth this out in a second so that it's not so, you know, rough. We'll get the top of, like, underneath our eyebrow here in a second. Okay, so now with my finger, I'm just going to blend it out a little bit so that it doesn't look so chunky. So you can kind of start seeing like the shape of the cut crease. And I'm gonna go in again with that concealer actually and put it up here a little bit so that it shapes up the top of this, because I'm not really liking the way this is looking up here. Now I have to go back to the other eye, this eye, and get that point on there again because I kind of messed it up. Now I'm going to add some of this glitter, and I'm just going to add it right in the middle and blend it out. And I'm going to blend it out with a Urban Decay brush. This is from the Naked palette. I'm just going to blend it out with that. As you can see, it's very pigmented, so even if you didn't want to like touch this up and blend it out, you don't have to, because it is so pigmented that you can just put it all over and you won't even be able to tell. This is one of the reasons I didn't want to do my face makeup first, because I knew that this stuff was gonna get like glittery and I didn't know if it would have any fallout. And so far it hasn't really had any fallout on my face, but I can see it falling like from when I blink. Now that we have all that glitter, we're gonna go back and touch up the black, and this time we're gonna make it a little more bold, but we're not gonna use like a matte black, like full-blown black color, because we don't want it to be so bold that it scares people. So we're gonna use that Platonic color from the Full Spectrum palette again, and just in the black areas go back over. I'm actually gonna use a different brush because that one's not as full as I would like it to be, so we're gonna use the Naked 2 brush. Looks like this, with that Platonic color, because as you can see in my black, you can see a little bit of skin color, so we're just gonna go back over that. So we'll have to blend it out. I'm gonna use the same brush and put a little bit of black right here, so that it's almost like a halo eye sort of, but cut crease. And it goes all the way down. Now go back in with the Naked Smoky brush and just blend that out. Try not to blend directly on the black part, but blend out like the top part of the black into like your upper like brow bone area. Now that the glitter is dry, first we're gonna go in with a white pencil liner for your waterline. I just used the NYX eye and eyebrow pencil crayon. I always make ugly faces when I'm doing my makeup. We're gonna take our liquid liner, the white liquid like liner, and I'm using the Urban Decay Razor Sharp Long Wear Liquid Eyeliner. And we're gonna do that just like we do our normal liquid eyeliner. And we're gonna kind of connect our cut crease with our liner. This white eyeliner, I don't know if I'm really like that big of a fan of it. I got it yesterday and I tried it out last night, and I feel like it's really white and it's really like creamy, but I feel like you have to go over it a couple times for it to be like see, I just went over that and it's so much whiter than the first time I put it on. So I don't really know how I feel about it. But whenever I test it out, and this is kind of see-through too, so I'm gonna have to go over this a couple times. But when I was testing out the Too Faced white eyeliner, it was really like watery, and I didn't like it. I thought like when I put it on it was gonna be like super watery. And I tried out this one, and when I first put it on I didn't like it because it didn't really, like when I put it on it was really like light and you couldn't really tell it was there. But then once it dried for a while, like it got more white, so maybe that's what this does on your eyes as well. My eyelashes are turning white. And I will not have falsies in this because I forgot to pick some up yesterday. So, no falsies for this video. I wish I did because I think this would look so good with falsies, but I turned this video into like a first impressions because I just got a bunch of this stuff yesterday. Okay, so that's drying. I'm going to get my Buxom mini size of the Blackest Black lash mascara. I use two different mascaras. I use this one to like get spread out in like volume, and I use the other one to make them really black. So sorry for my ugly faces. Okay, now this mascara is the Urban Decay Perversion Bigger, Blacker, Badder. I don't think they have different colors, but I'm hoping this glitter doesn't crease on my eyelids because I have that problem with a lot of other glitters. So, really hoping it doesn't. I like using the Kat Von D Immortal Lash. This color is Puro Amor. I don't know what that means, but I really like it for bottom lashes. I feel like it really spreads them out and it doesn't make them look clumpy. I'm gonna go back and put in some Platonic underneath my eye. And the thing I love about white is it really opens up your eyes. So I'm gonna use my white pencil liner and keep going to the inner part of my eye from my waterline and just put that right in the corner here instead of using an inner corner highlight. This is looking so good and I'm so happy with it. Okay, now on to the face. I'm going to try out my Professional. I'm really nervous about it, but I didn't buy the big size just in case I don't like it. I only bought the, I think this is, yeah, this is 7.5 milliliters. And I'm honestly not even sure how to apply this. I might have applied it wrong like last time, and that's why it like balled up on me. But I feel like you have to pat it to get it into your pores, so that's what I'm gonna try to do. But I'm gonna be really mad if this balls up on my face. If you guys have any tips for it to not ball up, just leave them in the comments because that would be great. I feel like it doesn't do anything. My pores still look the same. Today I'm going to be mixing two foundations because I like both of these foundations and they both, like, I have to have them both to match my color. So, but I'm using the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation in the color Light 44 Cool. And I'm using the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet foundation. And what color is this? 5? Whatever. I don't know what color it is, but this is still too dark, so I'm gonna have to add a little bit more of the Makeup Forever. I hate having to mix foundations because I feel like you have to use so much, but whatever, I guess. And I need one of those like mixing things because spreading it on my hand is not working. Okay, so I'm just going to apply this all over my face with a Real Techniques pointed foundation brush. Honestly, the face is my favorite part of my makeup routine because it's just so easy and so fast, and you don't have to really, like, if you wanted to just go to school or go to work and not wear like a major excess amount of makeup like what I'm wearing right now, you don't have to, because you can just throw on some foundation and go. Where the heck is my brush? There it is. I'm using the Oval 6 from MAC to blend all this in. This is still not really matching my skin tone, but oh well. But I feel like even when I don't have makeup on, my arms don't match like my face, so it's whatever. I just about hit myself in the face with this brush. I have so much discoloration around my mouth. Good enough. 1 second. Had to wipe my hand off. You know, all of the makeup that I just wasted that I had on my hand from mixing. And I just wasted all of it. Go me. Okay, now to set my face. I don't do all that baking stuff because I feel like it doesn't even help my face at all. So I don't do that, but I am going to set like underneath of my eyes and stuff because I feel like it always creases right here, and this always goes away a little bit, and my nose always goes away a little bit, and I do my chin too, even though it doesn't really go away. I just get nervous that it will one day. So I'm just gonna put, oh, I forgot to tell what I'm using. I'm using the e.l.f. like Quad, the contour palette. So like I said, I'm just like setting this with like a banana shade from the contour palette from e.l.f. Because, oh, I just used the wrong color. Because I feel like my face always creases really bad. Like in my laugh lines, and my under eye, and nose, and pretty much my whole entire face. I keep using the wrong color. Now I'm going to be using the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula in the cover Light Bronzer. I don't think they have any other colors, but they have a name on this one for some reason. For blush, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Shade and Light blush. This one's in Mickey and Mallory. It looks just like this. Beautiful shades. More pigmented than you would think. I forgot to tell you what brush I used for my bronzer and for my setting powder. I used the buffing brush for my setting powder, and I used, from Real Techniques, and I used the Real Techniques contour brush for my bronzer. So for my blush, I'm going to be using the Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm just going to mix these two colors together. Even when you don't mix the two colors together, I really don't feel like it makes a difference, so you might as well mix them together. I feel like they kind of look the same anyways, so I just use both. Just get the apples and drag it out a little bit. Oh, that was too much. I told you, they're really pigmented, more pigmented than they look. And this color is like a color that looks good in the winter and the fall and the spring, summer. It looks good all the time. I'm going to be doing my highlight now, and for highlighting I'm not actually using a highlighter but an eyeshadow from BH Cosmetics. This palette is the Neutral Eyes palette. I mainly bought this for like my highlighting part because I saw it and I was like, wow, these look like great highlights. So I picked it up and I use these highlights all the time. My dog ate my fan brush, so I'm going to be using my contour brush, and either one is fine because you can't really tell the difference of what brush you used. But these don't have names on them, so if you run into this palette, you'll know what I'm talking about. You can use whatever highlighter you want, but I'm going to be using this color right here below this like rosy pink color. And I'm also going to just use my finger and do my Cupid's bow. This color on the Cupid's bow is seriously stunning. My lips are so chapped, so don't mind my lips. But I love that color. Take it up the nose a little bit. So that's that. I'm going to do my eyebrows real quick, if I can find my thing. I use the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I did have the Anastasia brow something. I don't know what it was called. It was like slanted. I can't remember what it's called, but I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I liked how like you could get a really thin line with it, but I feel like this one works so much better. And this one is always a thin line. It just takes longer to fill in, so as you can see, I overline my brows a little bit because I like that arched look. And I bring it down a little farther because I feel like my brows are like an awkward length. So, and I just, right here, you do not want to fill those in dark because it's going to look like you filled your eyebrows in with a Sharpie. So, don't like fill those in too dark. Just flick it through there. So now that my brows are filled in, I'm just going to go over them with a clear brow gel from Anastasia. I'm going to use the Too Faced Melted Matte lipstick, liquid lipstick, and Queen Bee because it matches the shirt that I'm wearing. So, my lips are so dry, I better put something on them first. Now we have the finished product. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was my first video, so it's probably kind of rough, but what can you say? Thanks so much.